All right, here we go. Hopefully the audio is still connected. So, as you may know, wherever my editing may be at by this time, I do live in Oregon. It is a beautiful state, really awesome state. Anyways, just gonna do a little trip to Mount Hood, probably Hood River, and back to Portland. This is the start of the video on 84, and here we go. I might as well also do a little review on this GoPro 7. I think it's fantastic. I definitely switched down from 4K to 1080p, and I think that's better, especially for its battery life, and especially for a little, Tuesday drive like today. It's going to be at least a 3-hour, maybe plus drive, so we shall see. And it'll definitely last at 1080p with its battery life without having to be recharged. I'm definitely going to take a little R&R up on the mountain, so maybe at that point charge the camera while I'm just chilling and killing. Anyways, also Ohio gozaimasu. Yeah, enjoy the ride, enjoy the views. It's actually a nice cloudy weather. I love when the clouds are like this. It just makes me think of Toy Story, Andy's room. And wow, it's beautiful. It's very diverse. Diversity in all these clouds. I don't exactly remember what each cloud is. If anybody can list it down on the comments below, that'd be very helpful. It's just diversity of clouds, diversity of greenery. There's so much here in the state. Mountains, desert. I hope to eventually, if this channel does get big enough to where I feel comfortable enough where I can just take a lot more road trips, explore Oregon on my motorcycle. Right now, my wife and daughter are in a car behind me just following me by. They definitely like going on the road as well. And so, maybe in the future, things start going good. We can start doing more of these videos of just the trips around Oregon, exploring Oregon, kind of just touring Oregon, and such and such. So I look forward to it. It's fun. It's different. I also don't mind the rain. Fortunately, my gloves are the Held Air and Dry 2-in-1 Gore-Tex. So I am currently donning the actual, ventilated portion right now, and it's pretty damn good. It doesn't feel bulky because I do have a pair of Gore-Tex rev'it gloves, and those are bulky. Those do not feel comfortable. I have ridden with these on colder weather, just like I'm probably going to transition into when I get closer to the mountain, and we'll see how it is, but still, it does not feel bulky. I unfortunately have not had the opportunity to test it in heavy rain, so I still can't verify if they truly are waterproof as they are listed. My jacket as well is a rev'it jacket, and it's labeled as waterproof. I still haven't donned it on a heavy rain, so it still hasn't been able to go through a proper testing. I've definitely ridden in it for at least the past 7 months, and it's pretty damn comfortable. I really love it. It also does come with a little warm vest, which I did put on, and wow, it does make a difference because it is somewhat brisky right now. It's kind of a brisky day. I mean, it's October, past mid-October, and the weather's just going down in Fahrenheit. I think the day started off at about 69 degrees. Now it's about maybe 59 degrees. So I mean, it's still quite comfortable. I have some, I think, speed and strength pants on right now. Also, armor protected. I highly recommend always wear all gear at all times. I also have Dainese waterproof boots. So you kind of want to acclimate yourself to where you're riding. If you're going to be riding around Oregon, which is depending which side of Oregon you live on, you want to kind of be ready for anything, really. You want to be for the ever-changing weather. I know I've experienced days where you get all 4 seasons in one day, which is just honestly beautiful. It's awe and breathtaking. I really do love this area of the world. I also haven't had the fortune of visiting too many places. Definitely been to Mexico, been to Washington, basically all of California, but for the most part, I really do love just the diversity of the weather here in this beautiful state. Anyways, I also am carrying on my back shield area waterproof pants, so if I do end up getting caught in the rain, I'm good, you know. I have my waterproof gloves, my waterproof jacket, my waterproof shoes, and all I need to do is, if it does come down on me, pour down, then all I need to do is stop over and quickly put on, well, as quickly as I can really, put on my overpants. So I should be set and ready for rain, and I'm looking forward to it, you know. Looking forward to the fact that I don't have to be afraid or discouraged of riding in the rain. And maybe today we can test that out. Maybe today I can don on the full rain suit without looking like I'm in a snowboarding suit or ski suit, and I can still, you know, look stylish. Because honestly, if it wasn't for the Ruroc Atlas, I probably would have never chosen any other helmet, just because style and safety. I think those have always been two of my big points, because I agree, you know, you don't want to look stupid. You really don't want to look stupid when you're riding around. You want to look cool. You want to look as cool as you can. At the same time, yeah, you want to look comfortable. You want to feel comfortable. You don't want to feel lame. You know, same time, sorry for using that word. Some people can be offended by that. Regardless, yeah, let's enjoy this ride. Let's enjoy the beauty of Oregon. You know, mostly the northwestern part of Oregon. I also hope my mic didn't give out. Did connect it, but it's not properly connected. As well, feel free to leave me tips on my riding. I do not offend by, you know, constructive criticism. Obviously, if you're trying to be a douchebag or just plain old asshole, then, you know, that's a different story. Otherwise, you know, you can't live this life without those kind of people. You get all variety. You get the meek and you get the prideful. You just get all kinds of people in this walk of life. You just gotta enjoy yourself the best you can. You know, you're trying to be the best you can be. It will have been a year next week that I've had this Ducati Scrambler 2018 Icon. It is the 803cc. It's lovely, honestly. It's great. I don't feel like it's too small, and truthfully, I really don't feel like upgrading at all. If anything, in the future I'll get an additional bike, but this will be my, you know, forever. This was my first bike, so anybody who is considering a mid-sized, well, you know, to everybody's perspective, mid-size can be many things, but to me this is definitely a mid-size. Yeah, I think it's enjoyable. I've had a huge blast with it. I haven't felt like it was too little. I definitely want to add a different exhaust to it. Thinking of adding a different headlight to it, just one that's more appropriate, because I really do enjoy riding night rides. I love night rides. It's just so much to see, especially when there's a nice clear sky. It's on the horizon, you have so many stars in front of you, lights, and it's beautiful. You know, especially riding around downtown Portland as well. The lights can be amazing. It can be very wonderful to, you know, gander upon. Obviously, that's why some people also love living in cities, because the cities at nighttime looks beautiful. But even then, I also think the night roads are beautiful. You know, obviously you also want to proceed with more caution whenever you're riding at night. you're less visible. So definitely having retro reflective gear is a must-have. And always say hello to your fellow riders. Yeah, builds the camaraderie. Truly makes it feel like a large community, and it feels nice. It feels nice to be a part of something, even if you like to lone wolf most of your rides, as do I. I will ride with friends every now and then, but truthfully, I do like lone wolfing. You know, you don't have to rely on others, or others don't have to rely on you, but it just depends the circumstance you're in. Sometimes you do need others to help you out, so it's all based on circumstance. Either way, I encourage anybody who's thinking of riding to do it. I think I would have had at least 10 years of experience under my belt if I would have done it earlier, but I had too many people discourage me because they were also uneducated about, you know, riding. They didn't know, truthfully, the pros and nor the cons. And I finally decided to, you know, do some research on my own, and I learned that, you know what, it's not that as dangerous as people say it is. It's just, you know, bad apples that will just cause a bad image for motorcyclists. Otherwise, if we get more motorcyclists on the road, I think it could be a better, you know, ambience for all of us. Be safer, just because vehicles, cars would be more courteous to each and every one of us. They'd understand to give motorcyclists a little more space. You know, we don't have any kind of cushions like these cages do, so maybe I should have taken another road. Go, homie. Come on, you dumb bastard. I do appreciate that if he's blocking anybody else from entering, because these guys are kind of assholes. People don't understand that. If we do one in, one out, one in, one out, it's much better than just cramming a shit ton of people after just one car, and then doing just this weird effect where you just do one car, 3 cars, 1 car, 4 cars, 1 car, 6 cars. It just causes traffic to be worse. You know, if it's 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1, it just flows more efficiently. But many people don't understand that. They're just thinking about themselves. I understand that we all are on our own agenda, whether we would agree with that or not, but it's true. Little girl reminds me of my daughter. Thanks, homie. Appreciate that so much. This guy knows this guy must ride. Gotta let my wife catch up. I mean, so far so good. this ride seems very beautiful. Sure, there was a little bit of traffic, but it's road construction, it's understandable. I honestly wish anybody who gets on the road always be safe. Try to be as attentive as you can to the road ahead of you. If you can multitask properly, then great, that's awesome. But otherwise, if you know you're not the best multitasker and you can only concentrate on one thing, please just concentrate on the driving. Don't try to do more than you know you can't do. Just, you know, you gotta think about yourself and others, even though, like I said before, we all are on our own agendas. But if that agenda can include just the safety of everybody around you, then great. I think we could all live in a respectful harmony. Not really, not really sure how much truth that holds. Anyways, I think regardless of anybody's standpoint, religiously, politically, I think we're all sharing these roads, just like we share this world. So we just can be courteous to each other and know that we're each and every one of us are trying to make it home to our families, or you know, even just trying to make it home to our cats, our dogs, etc. Fish, birds, so on and so forth. And I think this world can be, you know, a really beautiful, you know, beautiful place. Let's all work together to make sure we're all safe with each other. Alright, Mount Hood Highway, here we go. Sandy, Mount Hood, Portland. I don't even know if the camera can capture that far. Maybe it can. Give the thumbs up to the wife. Again, person behind me either has a motorcyclist in the family or they've ridden themselves, and I think they're just trying to keep an eye out for me, even though my wife is doing that for me as well. But you know, obviously they don't know that. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, I can totally feel it getting slightly colder. But just as I said before, even I have to make sure to pay attention to the road. Even I have to make sure that I'm cautious and just watching out for my own safety as well. As not everybody is going to be courteous, and not everybody is going to know what it feels like to actually ride. So you have to look out for yourself if you don't have a spotter behind you. Likewise, I think my wife didn't know that that person was being courteous to me as well. So, yeah, it's just circumstance. I appreciate anybody looking out for one another. So, yeah, that's such a fantastic thing to do. Oh yeah, it's gonna get cold. Good thing I brought my long sleeve on. I was just gonna wear a t-shirt. Oh, good thing I put long socks on as well. It is gonna be a cold one. Woo! Yep, still recording. Alright. I might have to switch the ND filter actually. Looks like this ND filter is not supposed to be in cloudy weather like this. That's because it's, you know, sunglasses on your camera. Wonder if that's rain ahead or if those are just clouds. I don't know. Let's see how well my endurance does as well. I mean, this is the first time I'm actually doing a 3-hour plus trip like this on my Ducati. Let's see. I know I've done hour rides consistently without having to really get down at all. It wasn't too bad, but likewise, I had a passenger on the back, so I guess I did fatigue a bit faster than I would just driving on my own, so it should be fine, hopefully. I know that's something that many motorcyclists recommend, but once you start fatiguing, maybe it's a good time to take a break, just because fatigue can lead to a lot of negative situations where you're not as focused on the road ahead of you, and well, you can cause many unwanted situations to happen. And it's all circumstance. It's all based on personal perspective. Not everybody's the same. Not everyone can handle the same amount of endurance as one another. We're all different. We all have different body types, etc. You know, so on and so forth. So if you can handle a very long ride, then that's fucking awesome. That's great. But if you can't, highly recommend you take some breaks. I know I'm gonna need to take a couple breaks. I think it's just going to be wise of me to do so. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. I hope everything goes well. I hope it's no unpredictable situations, although life in general is unpredictable. Definitely thankful to have another day in this reality. Definitely enjoy it.